Hey guys, YouTuber 100 here. And as Bad Wrestling Pay-Per-View Month is still continuing, now I'm going to review for you guys WWE ECW December to Dismember 2006. I watched the show just a little bit earlier on, and yeah, this was horrible. This pay-per-view, this was really bad, yeah. WWE, they turned out to begin 2006 with a bad pay-per-view, New Year's Revolution, and they also ended it with a bad pay-per-view in December to Dismember. Yeah, so let me just get started with this thing. Show kicked off with the Hardy Boys versus Eminem. I thought this was a good opener, yeah. I'd say this was probably the longest match of the night, yeah. But yeah, there were only 6 matches, so yeah, they could afford to have this be as long as it was. Yeah, this was a good match here, definitely match of the night right here. Yeah, there was a lot of good double team moves by both teams. Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy had like a tag in with a move from the ropes. And double suplexing and double power bombs and all. And Eminem, they also did some really good stuff right here. Yeah, at one point in the match, Matt Hardy went after Melina and Mercury attacked him. Yeah. And Eminem was trying to mock the Hardy Boys by doing some of their signature moves together. And they tried to do a twist of fate and swanton, but they were stopped. Matt Hardy countered it. Yeah, and then Eminem, they tried to do the snapshot on, I think it was Jeff Hardy, but yeah, Matt Hardy broke up the count. And then they tried to do it from the top turnbuckle, but Matt Hardy stopped him. Yeah, and at one point, Melina got on the apron, looked like she was going to slap Jeff Hardy, but Jeff Hardy grabbed her arm. And Johnny Nitro, meaning to whack Jeff Hardy moved out of the way, and Johnny Nitro accidentally knocked Melina off the apron. And then, I think how this ended was Matt Hardy got a twist of fate on, I think it was Johnny Nitro, might have been Mercury, forgot. Yeah, they got the twist of fate swanton, and the Hardy Boys won. So yeah, it was a good match. I'd give it 3 1/4. Only problem I have with it though is this was an ECW show, and neither one of these teams were from ECW. So yeah, that's my only gripe about it, but this was still a good match. Alright. And then we got a Strikers Rules match. Balls Mahoney versus Matt Striker. God, I didn't like this. There were some really dumb rules here, like no high-flying moves, no cursing, no moves for the eyes, no pulling the hair, yeah. Matt Striker just came up with some ridiculous rules for this, and I really didn't like this too much. Yeah, this was kind of dumb. Yeah. Basically all I need to know is Balls Mahoney won the match. Yeah, so, I don't know, I give it a 1 star. And then we got Elijah Burke and Sylvester Terkay versus the FBI. I did not like this either. Yeah, this really was not too good. But, I mean, yeah, I guess it served its purpose, I guess, but yeah, still not too great at all. And yeah, all you need to know is Burke and Terkay won. So yeah, I really don't know. I give that probably 1 star. And then we got Daivari versus Tommy Dreamer, and the Great Khali was in Daivari's corner for the match. Yeah, this was bad too. Yeah, Daivari was going behind the Great Khali a lot in the match, and the Great Khali was interfering in the match a lot, and then the referee eventually just sent the Great Khali to the back. And yeah, I really think realistically Tommy Dreamer would just crush Daivari. Yeah, but yeah, it just kind of went back and forth, and yeah, end this match, Daivari won with a handful of tights. And then as Tommy Dreamer was chasing Daivari up the rampway, the Great Khali, he attacked Tommy Dreamer and he slammed him on the entranceway. So yeah, I give that about, I don't know, a star and a half. And then next we had Mike Knox and Kelly versus Kevin Thorne and Ariel. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this sucked too. Probably the worst match of the night. Yeah, I thought the stuff with Mike Knox and Kevin Thorne, I thought that was just fine when it was. I thought it did what it needed to. But when it was between Kelly and Ariel, it just completely went down a cliff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, stuff with Kelly and Ariel, it was so sloppy and it was just, ugh, I couldn't stand it. I mean, the stuff like when Ariel was putting her foot up in Kelly's throat or whatever, it looked so fake, and yeah, and then Kelly tried to tag into Mike Knox in, but Mike Knox backed away and got off the apron, and he just abandoned Kelly. Yeah, and then in the end, Ariel and Kevin Thorne won the match. And then after the match, the Sandman came and he attacked Kevin Thorne with the kendo stick, and he continued to beat Kevin Thorne up the rampway. So yeah, the Sandman got his moment here. Yeah, so I don't know, I give it probably 3/4 of a star. Yeah, it was bad. And then we got the main event, the Extreme Elimination Chamber for the ECW Championship. Big Show defending against CM Punk, Test, Bobby Lashley, Rob Van Dam, and Hardcore Holly. And Hardcore Holly was just added in at the last minute because earlier in the night, Sabu got taken out. He was originally supposed to be in the match, but he got taken out and he was put in an ambulance. And so Hardcore Holly was put in as a replacement for him. Yeah, and in all the pods there were weapons. Yeah, in one there was a barbed wire wrapped baseball bat, one there was a steel chair, one a crowbar, and one a table. Yeah, and yeah. This Elimination Chamber, remember last summer when I ranked the Elimination Chamber matches, I said this was the worst one, and I still stand by that. I still say this is the worst Elimination Chamber ever. Yeah, this was not very good at all. I mean, I guess it started out just fine with E and Hardcore Holly going out. And then when the first guy came out of the chamber with CM Punk with the chair, and yeah, and he was throwing the chair into Hardcore Holly and RVD's face. Yeah, I guess, yeah, it started out just fine for what it was. Yeah, and then Test came out with the crowbar, and he was beating up people with the crowbar. Yeah, RVD was busted open, and Test just clawed the crowbar into RVD's head and just scratched it. Yeah. And then, but there were a lot of quick eliminations here, like RVD got a 5-star frog splash, I think, from the top of the pod onto CM Punk. That eliminated CM Punk. And then Test got a big boot on Hardcore Holly, and I guess he pinned him. Yeah, the referee didn't hit his hand for the 3 count. It was just like 1, 2, and I guess he counted to 3, but he didn't, and hit the canvas for the count. So he got eliminated. And then RVD was at the top of Big Show's pod, and Big Show made RVD lose his balance, and he fell. I think he fell off the pod and onto the canvas, and then Tess got a big elbow drop on RVD while there was a chair on top of RVD, and then eliminated RVD. So yeah, Tess was left alone in the match until the next entrant came out, which was Bobby Lashley. But yeah, Paul Heyman and a couple goons were out at ringside. They knocked out the referee that was over at Lashley's pod, and they just made sure Lashley couldn't get out of the pod. Like have his door be open, and so Bobby Lashley, he had a table in his pod. He just smashed the top of the pod open with the table, and he climbed out that way. And then he and Test went at it. He basically kicked Test's ass. Yeah, and then he eventually did eliminate Test, and then Lashley was left alone until it was Big Show's turn to come out. And Paul Heyman, while Big Show was waiting to be released, Paul Heyman was telling Big Show just to do everything to take Lashley out or something. And then Big Show finally came out with the barbed wire bat. He was nailing the chair. Lashley was using the chair as like a shield from the bat. And the bat then got stuck in the chamber wall. And Lashley was threw Big Show through a pod on here. And Big Show was trying to do, I think it was some kind of slam. Lashley was on his shoulder. I think what he was going to do was throw Lashley down on the canvas or something. But Lashley was able to get out of it, and then he eventually gave Big Show a spear for the win, and Lashley won the title. So yeah, this isn't necessarily the best booked Elimination Chamber ever. I mean, with all those quick eliminations and just people waiting around for someone else to be released from the chamber. Yeah. So yeah, I guess wrestling-wise it was just fine, but just the way it was booked, I didn't really like it too much, so that's why I only give this like 2 1/4. Overall, the show, I give it about 2.25 out of 10 or something like that. Yeah, this was really a bad show, but Hardy Boyz and Eminem, I guess, saved it from like being even worse than what it was. Yeah, because pretty much the rest of the undercard was, yeah, the rest of the undercard just truly sucked, and the Elimination Chamber wasn't, the booking at least just didn't make it as good as it should have been. So yeah, alright, so yeah, that's it for my December to Dismember review. Yeah. And yeah, alright, so thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.